In her everlasting polyester pantsuits, June rules the waves. I have a sailor's hat on, and my pumps I had for PE back in the day, but the thought of being overdressed and desperate to impress was swept away by first sight of her on the jetty. A blob of orange appears, and I know we have no need for inflatable life preservers, because she's here. The party can start. I feared a dinghy would greet me at the quayside when I splurged my birthday money on the day at sea, and they offered a reasonable rate for a crew of 3 and the packed lunch, so I snapped their hands off. I said to the captain on the phone, "I'll have a bit of that, my son," and though it's not a catamaran that you'd enter in the America's Cup or could cruise the eastern seaboard on, it's snug, and continues my surprising run of interesting dates with said woman who doesn't do normal, who makes a scene by default wherever she goes, and I like that. It answers to some need. Any sensible thoughts are pushed from my head when her aura looms. I rush to her, swoon, engulfed in her space that constitutes jasmine, potpourri, lemon peel. "Ahoy there, lubber," I say, as I'm squashed in her bosom, and it is just a series of notes from lips that are moving without air. She knocks my hat off on the floor. But what I'd give to be this close for an hour. Time could disappear as far as I'm concerned, feet trampled on. She makes my yacht rock and my neck rick, so I'm yo-ho-hoing. "Righto, lead on, Shay Blythe," she cuts in and wheels me round. And the pier at this time is not exactly thronged, for which much thanks. So I say, "It's over here, this one." And though it's not a pleasure craft, neither does it compare with a rowing boat. I go the middle way mostly in all things. Francis Chichester suits me as a name, I think. Conservative. It confers dignity. We withhold extremes. We are not Blackbeard. We steer toward a charming whelp picker named Bonhomie. I hope she understands I'm on a budget when it comes to add-ons, sundries. It's chilly, so I ask, "Did you bring a coat?" She did not, but in her handbag is an emergency poncho. On the schooner is a seat of wood, a plank. A welcome, madame, monsieur, despite the fact we are in Towin, from the fisherman who doubles as our host. Lurking at starboard, teenagers in stripy tops with sullen expressions watch. One picks at spots, one sits on a jute bag that says cockles, but I think has nothing in but old clothes. I sense pocket money, minimum wage. "Well, isn't this perfectly civil?" says June, as 2 of us manhandle her over the plank and into the stern. There is a smell of fish from somewhere, but I don't think it's her. Her irrepressible colour at my lonely dollar one day and engineered moments like this. Ballast in a good way she is, to my tendency to bawl. Even in this moment, wearing blazer that I got from a jumble sale, besmirched my muscle residue from the gum whale, with June set fair for an afternoon breasting ways, I can fully confirm there's nowhere I prefer. It beats dominoes in the old monkey. The skiff, for that is what she calls it, and if she calls it that it's good enough for me, rocks as the engine starts up, and we fall to giggles when he lets me toot the horn. Pugwash reads the mandatory safety information off a card, and she points out that she got a bronze swimming badge in 1983. If she had some spare pyjamas and a brick, she could dive 6 feet down. Our host doesn't see the relevance, nor does he think that strappy heels are suitable for a stiff breeze and potentially squally conditions, but he doesn't say. He grimaces. If we capsize, she'd be seen from the air by helicopter rescue, easily, tangerine as she is, clinging to a boy. And this boy, bold, insists, as paying passenger, Captain Ahab does my bidding and take us out to sea. For someone who I love got me a unique adventure experience from Sainsbury's when I turned 40, and she is here beside me, large as life, like a Jaffa orange. Tally-ho, dry land. Let not the pirates get us, or we spring a leak or overturn. If I'm seasick, will I cling to her? Like a limpet,